heard a click. There was definitely a click. There was a few clicks. Alright. Good old job market for the quick job. Let's see where we're going to go today. Almost 4,000 for this one. Flagstaff to Cayenta. Cayenta. Yeah, whatever. Alright, we're going to go. Show you how to drive. Okay, I'm down. It's really simple. WASD setup. I'm on PC. I don't know if this game is on any other platform. Oh, evening drive. Awesome. This will be relatively short. What do we got today? Okay, good. That's a plus. Move the seat back so I can see a little bit better. The things we have to do to get started. Alright. Gas. How much gas? Oh, we can definitely make this drive. Okay. And how do we get out of the yard? Let's see. Okay. Got it. Ooh, god damn, that was close to that fence. Oh, probably should have looked for cars and stuff. Can we clear the barricades? Nope. Did we hit that fence? Sweet, we missed. Nobody coming? Oh, there's a car coming, but we're gonna go anyway. We'll just have to wait. Hopefully we don't wreck. That would be bad. Oh, we got plenty of room. Never mind. I'll read your question in a moment. I saw something about GTA style. Now I'm curious. Alright, let's see. Question is, do you try to GTA style as much as possible? Are you a kind and caring truck driver? I try to follow the rules, and mostly because I'm trying to get this little fictional truck company up and running and doing stuff, and the more problems we cause, the more fines we end up paying, and the less money in the pocket. So yeah, I actually try to stay on the road, less of the running into things. I even try to use my turn signals. My son, on the other hand, my 5-year-old, who was the one that actually identified this game as a possible. Oh, you know what? Maybe one day we'll do just like a one-off. Like, we're just gonna wreck into as much stuff as we can. On the other hand, I'll probably do GTA again sometime. Probably not tomorrow, because we're gonna do Ark. Maybe, what day is this? This is Tuesday, so maybe Thursday we'll do some GTA, and that might be entertaining. I'm speeding. Yep. We're gonna do Arc tomorrow, it looks like. Hopefully we can get back into that same server we had before, but that may not happen. Because I tried getting into it again last night for a little bit just to screw around and couldn't find it. So yeah, this won't be quite as entertaining as some of my other ventures. You see me wander off the road and whatnot, but not too far off the road. I'm just gonna do this nice little drive. 120 odd miles to go. I think it was a total of 144 altogether. We'll be driving at night this time, so you're not gonna see much. Just get to listen to me talk about whatever. Actually, that's the one thing I enjoy about this game is how calm and quiet it is for the most part. It can get tricky when you get to your destination and you're trying to figure out how to best to park a trailer. Or in some of my runs I've done, I've had a double stack trailer, a trailer pulling a trailer, if that makes any sense. But otherwise, it's pretty relaxing for the most part. Once you get set up, like I've got the mirrors set so I can make sure my lane position's good and stuff like that. I think the most stressful moment I've had, other than trying to park a trailer, there was one run I was doing, and it diverted me because of road work, and it diverted me into another diversion. So basically I was just doing this like really long loop, and it was just like, okay, seriously, this is annoying. Ended up making that loop like 2 or 3 times before I was like, okay, clearly something is going wrong here. So if you notice the sign there, it says car zone instead of auto zone. Chevron is actually Chevron. I forget what Walmart is. It's something goofy. So that's entertaining all in of itself. This truck ahead of me needs to speed up and go. I want to get going. Yeah, I'm trying. Like, he just needs to go. Keeps slowing down on me. Like, every time I get up to close to the speed limit, I'm like, oh, here I am, waiting for this dude to figure out what he's trying to do. And he just hits, oh, fucking cops. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Stay behind my trailer. Stay behind my trailer. You're gonna... Really? That was rude. Asshole. I have my turn signal on and everything. Jerk. I want to see what's on the side of this bus. I want to see what it says instead of like Greyhound or something. Oh, it just says Farland? Is that what it said? Farland? Yeah, people in real life. Honestly, like a lot of people just go into like autopilot mode. They don't even pay attention to what they're doing, I think. I've had that happen too. Yeah. So are you going to be able to hang out with us tonight as well? I'm kind of surprised to see you in today during my earlier run. Yep, here we go with slow traffic and stuff. Oh, you're on break? Are you? Oh, you guys are doing spring break already or something? Or is this in between quarters? I don't know. Well, no, because you finished. Didn't you finish your schooling or whatever? Oh God, you sent a paragraph. You know I can't read that while I'm driving. Hold on, let me find this straight away. Just finish up your second quarter. Second quarter? Sorry, Dad. Hold on. Hold on. All right, we're gonna pause it for just a second so I can read this. Back and forth. Boyfriend. Oh, is your boyfriend is Hayato tomato potato? Is he streaming too? You got your associates. You're going for your bachelor's. Okay, got it. And not for nothing, I'm probably just gonna call him Tomato from now on. I hope he's okay with that. He can hate me if he wants. That's fine. Oh, you made affiliate, huh? That's awesome. Whoa, stay on the road. Yep, this is another moment where, don't text and drive, even in video games. No, that's awesome. Congratulations. You'll have to tell me later, like in Discord or something, which is, oh Jesus, I can't even English now. Let me know what his channel is in Discord, and I'll throw a follow his way, just for S&G. And I'd appreciate if he was kind enough to return the favor, but he obviously doesn't have to. What games is he? You said he's doing Apex? Apex Legends. Might go check it out. You've been his manager? Are you managing Twitch channels now? That's awesome. I'd like to make affiliate, but I just started this, so I can't imagine being able to get to affiliate status anytime soon. Plus, I won't be here next week. I'll be in Pennsylvania for the week, so... Oh, shit! I'm totally gonna miss my turn. Ah, dear God. Let's see, can I... No, I might as well just... It'll reroute me. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing we're gonna learn in watching me play this game is don't text and drive. Or read chat messages while driving. Maybe I should have that pop up on my window. What I see. Because I know it shows up in the stream, but I have no idea. Let's take a look here. Apex, mobile gaming, and Counter-Strike. Okay, I haven't heard of Pummel Party. Actually, I may have seen that title once before, and I'm not sure what the context was of that particular conversation, though. Like somebody mentioned it, or somebody referenced it, or something. I don't know. But yeah, the in Discord, throw his channel info up there. Walbert. That's what Walmart is called in this game. Walbert. That's hilarious. But yeah, like I said, I'll look him up later, either later tonight or tomorrow, and throw a follow his way. Oh, I'm supposed to turn. Shit. Nope. Yes. Damn it. Pardon me while I change camera views. Back into the cab. Good lord. I think I would know how to do this game by now since I'm going to stream it. I just need to pay more attention to what I'm doing, I guess. But then my followers and viewers will feel like I'm neglecting them. And we can't have that. It's fun to make whoopsies. Yeah. Definitely adds some, a little bit of, what's the word I want to use? Drama? Not drama like the way people always use the word drama, but like, it adds a little bit of tension, something to enjoy, other than just watching me drive, you know? I feel like that's what most people come to watch. People who stream video games, that's what they come to watch anyways. Like, where are all the mishaps, the crazy accidents, and the, you know, the player getting slaughtered? They're not here looking for perfect gameplay, because if they want a perfect gameplay, I imagine they'd be looking for a tutorial or something, but I don't know. It just adds a certain element of entertainment, I think. But I am trying to keep it more or less on the level, as it were, just for that money, because I need, like, so on the, you might not be able to see it, my tip jar might be in the way, which is something else I need to figure out how best to do with going back and forth between games. But anyway, the on the right side lower portion, there's a dollar sign, 16.3K, and I need to get like at least 100,000 before I can buy my own truck. Once I have my own truck, then it's just a matter of looking for freight that needs to be moved, going to where the freight is, take it to where it needs to go to get paid for it. Well, yeah, you know, walkthrough tutorials, like whatever. I'm doing more, honestly, I'm more playing than anything else. I have a goal within the various games that I am playing, the ones that I am going to be streaming. There's usually some sort of goal attached. So it's not necessarily a playthrough, walkthrough, tutorial kind of thing, but definitely I've realized I've become quite a bit of a... Oh, this is going to be tricky. I'm definitely a goal-oriented person in that regard. So... Ooh! I hope I didn't hit anybody. Pretty sure I didn't. It would have yelled at me if I did. Yeah, goal-oriented, just, it feels better to me. You know, aside from the usual, like, oh, it's a quest, so we have to finish the quest. Yeah, that's not quite what I'm shooting for. Usually there's going to be some sort of role-play element involved, just because that's what I get the most satisfaction out of playing a game. Like, I have to have my own story that may or may not necessarily coincide with the story of whatever game I'm playing. The one thing I liked about this game when I was looking at it after my son said, "Oh, Daddy, get that one," was the fact that I'm basically running my own truck company, and for some strange reason, I've always had this interest in having some sort of shipping and freight type company. Some of my stories revolve around it. Some of the stories I've written in my life, some of my roleplay characters kind of revolve around it. I'm not going to go into all the details about that though, because I don't want to overload. But yeah, so this gives me the chance to have like a little shipping company. Plus, I'm driving this truck, and it's kind of fun, relaxing. You know, it's not like stressful fun; it's just relaxing fun. Yeah, separate stories for yourself, exactly. Because I was always kind of the same way. Um, you know, back when I played like EverQuest, and we're gonna go back a number of years for that one. That was early mid 2000s, 2001, 2, 3, I think, maybe 4. When I was playing EverQuest, the original EverQuest, you know, I had a handful of characters that were all part of the same like I don't know, noble house or whatever, and I interacted with a few other people that I played with to perpetuate that sort of thing, even though we didn't quite make a real guild. Um, when I got into Neverwinter Nights, that came out in the early 2000s, it came out, I want to say, 2003, 4, 5, something like that. It was pretty much the same thing. Like, I just had characters I wanted to play, and I played it, characters to that effect. Like, I had a fighter that was gonna, like, his goal in life was to become a weapon master under the D&D 3.0 version. So, wow. Okay, now I feel old as shit with that statement. Thanks for reminding me of my impending mortality that I refuse to accept. Gonna live forever, man. God, EverQuest, 20 years. Holy shit. Has it really been that long? When did they come out? Because I didn't get into them until I was in recruiting, and that was 2001 to 2005 when I did that. Yeah, priorities. Adulting, usually. That's what tends to get us. Am I making this turn? I think I am making this turn. Ooh, I wonder if the game will let me make a right on red. Turn my signal on. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna go. Nobody's coming anyway, so we're just gonna go. And we're gonna call it a right on red. And if you find me, then we'll know that we can't make right turns on a red light. It didn't find me, so that's a plus. Alright, where are we going here? Where is the little thing? It's gonna be up here. There's the entrance. Right there. Alright, there we go. Oops, let's do this. Why am I not turning? Oh, that's why. Oops. Yeah, you totally did not see the trailer get hung up on that fence, hand waving and stuff. Why did that light up like that? That's weird. Oops. F1? No. F5. There we go. Alright. So basically, in case you're curious as to what in the hell I'm doing right now, you kind of have to get lined up pretty darn good with that marker that's on the ground. I guess my definition of pretty darn close doesn't quite line up with what the game wants, because they just said that was good. That or they're just tired of me dealing with it. Let's see. Yeah, don't. Yeah, so when backing a trailer, this is really the only advice I can ever give you, and there's a lot more to it than this. But when you're backing a trailer, you want to. Uh, hey, thanks for the follow, Devil's Kiss. That was really nice of you. Thank you so much. And that means we just met my follower goal for the week. So, extra kudos and thanks and appreciates. Yeah, so when you're backing a trailer, the only advice I can give you is if you want the if you want the trailer to go to the right, you got to turn your wheel to the left. But you can't just stay there because at some point you have to start correcting back the other direction with the wheel. It's really confusing. It takes a bunch of practice. And in my experience when I was in the military is if I needed somebody to back up a trailer, I always went to the guy that grew up like in the country because those guys always knew how to back a trailer. And I just stand there and be like, "Hey, look, I want you to put that trailer over there." And they usually did it with minimal effort and always made me feel like shit for not knowing what the hell I was trying to do in the first place. So that's our first run. We'll do another one here in just a second. I didn't get enough experience on that run to get more skill points, but whatever. So now we have 20,000, and let me see. Where is the? Is this it? Truck browser. Mm, this is not the one I thought it was. Let's go back. There is. Is this it? What is this button? No, that's the website. Where is the truck manager? No. Truck upgrade. Oh, truck dealers. There we go. I found it. But I think I actually have to go there. Well, let's look. Oh, I have to have 3 trucks already. And I don't want to... See, it's going to actually make me go down there. I don't really want to deal with all that. But anyway, I know from tinkering with the game before, it's going to take like 100 grand at least for the trailer, or excuse me, for the truck, the tractor, if you will. And there, I think the one I actually wanted, based on like it looked like a really cool looking truck, if you're into that kind of thing. I think it was like 125, maybe 150. I don't remember. We'll have to take a look at it when we get to that point. So we're gonna grab another job. Go to quick jobs. And I have it set. My filter is still set for price per distance. So what that means is it's sorted by the amount of money they pay per mile. So like this first one is $31 per mile. I'm really not trying to insult anybody's intelligence. The numbers are right there. Hopefully they're clear enough for you to see in the video or on the stream. Absolutely, Devil's Kiss. We're just gonna call you Devil, unless you have a preference. But yes, what is your question? That is an interesting question. So, fun fact: my 5-year-old son likes to watch YouTube videos, and there's a couple of channels that he tends to gravitate towards. And I believe one of those channels, it was either one of the channels he was watching that showcased this game, or it was an ad in that channel on a video that caught his attention, and he really wanted to play this game. And so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I checked it out one day when he wasn't here because my son doesn't live with me anymore. Um, But yeah, so I went and looking around and I'm like, okay, but yeah, my son's probably going to enjoy this game until he realizes that you can't just go driving off the road with a tractor trailer, slamming into other cars and doing all the fun things that, 5-year-old boys want to do with semi trucks. Um, so he's played it a couple times and was like, okay, cool, but yeah, I can't do anything because the premise of the game, of course, is make these deliveries from A to B, and try to grow your trunking company and whatnot. And so he's not as interested in this game now. I, on the other hand, if you, I don't know at what point you joined the stream, but I was discussing a moment ago about how my interest as far as having some sort of shipping company kind of thing goes. And then also, like, once you get to driving, it can be enjoyable, relaxing. Some of the views are really nice. Some of the graphics are really good. Unfortunately, on that last run, it was mostly at night, so you didn't get to see all the cool stuff. Sometimes in parts of California, I've noticed there's been a couple times where I was driving. Sometimes I think in California, but it may not necessarily matter where. But I've seen shooting stars at night, so that's kind of cool. Especially if you're not expecting them, and you're like, "Oh shit," and then you're like, "Oh, never mind, those are just shooting stars." In parts of California, I think I saw like there'll be like I don't know, a herd of tumbleweed, if that makes any sense. But yeah, good question though. It's actually one of my funnier stories as to how I got into this game. All right, so we're gonna do Flagstaff to Kingman for some 4 grand, almost 5 grand. So fun fact, if you didn't know about this game, it's made by the same people that made another truck simulator based in Europe. It was actually coincidentally called European Truck Simulator. And I think they've had 1 or 2 titles in that franchise, and then they decided we're going to do America now. And thus, American Truck Simulator came to be. Let's see. Alright, first things first. What are we working with? Regular old trailer. That's good. Turn the lights on. Why don't I have headlights? Why are my headlights not turning on? That's weird. Merca. I don't have headlights. Maybe I need the engine on first. Oh, I forgot to do the... gotta kick the seat back. Not because I'm tall or anything, but just because the view. Because what I like to do is I like to set it up so I have the right rear mirror, or the right side mirror, whatever, in the top right of the screen, and then on the left I have the left mirror, and I use that to keep my lane position. Let's see. We need to drive 141 miles. We got 460 miles in the tank, so that's a plus. Lights. Hey, there's my headlights. Oops, not that button. Not that button. Not that button. There we go. I wanted that button. Just because I wanted to see if the lights were like special. And then we could turn our high beams on, but we don't need those. Anyway, let's get it going. We've got 140 miles to go between, where am I? Flagstaff to Kingman? Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. Oh, we gotta figure out how to get out of the yard. Oh, we're gonna do that again. Okay. Alright, we can do that. See how close we get to that fence right there. Turn, 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 turn. God. I'm not gonna lie. I may have puckered a little bit on that one. I love how they put me all the way in the back of the yard and it make me do all these tight ass turns. I have no idea why that trailer sits that far back. I do know, like, from a very, very limited experience with anything shipping related, sometimes it's just a shipping container mounted on or bracketed on or, tied down in some way onto a trailer bed. And just by quick glance at it, that looks like what this is trying to emulate. So that's just a regular, probably like a 30-foot shipping container put on this trailer bed. That's really the only answer I can come up with. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I'm not as much of an expert on such things. I'm just speculating. Oh, Yep. See if we can get out of this. Am I gonna hit that? Ah, damn it. Okay, I think we're good though. I think we're good. I think we can get out of here now. Before, you know, cops and... you're just gonna have to wait there, Mr. Fire Truck Ambulance thing. You're just gonna have to wait. We're having minor technical difficulties here. Alright. Oh, I didn't look to see. Yeah, and they have the right of way too. Damn it. Alright, get out of my way. I'm trying to make money here. Alright, and off we go. Oh, Lindsay, you're funny. Let's see. And Devil, I saw that comment, and there's a part of me that really wants to say stupid, inappropriate things, but I'm trying not to do that as much. It's just... I have a bad habit of letting things fly from them. That sounded bad, too. I'm really hoping that was recognition of me recognizing you, Lindsay. Just saying. Oh, shit. Okay, good. We're not going to end up in their backseat. Vadina, if that's what you prefer me to call you. Oh, green light. We need to go. That's a turn lane I'm turning into. Oops. Oh, it's weird that I don't have any hands? Yeah, that's... I'm okay with it, though. Like, I guess it's just one of those things I just accepted, I guess. I don't know. It is a little odd that I don't have hands. I wonder if I have hands if I change the camera view and look into the cab. As soon as I get a nice little straight stretch here, I'll take a look at those comments again and provide my own commentary. Stay on the road. Alright, let's see how we do this here. We're gonna try to drive and read messages at the same time. Don't do this in the real world. You'll probably go to jail or die. Let's see. Okay, good with the name. Everyone is... Yeah, because we all know you in real life, too, so real life and internet for us is the same for some of us. Let's see. So then it grows... What? He's got no strings either. So I'm a puppet? Is that what you guys are calling me? Are you guys calling me a puppet? Oh, Jesus, stay on the road. is that Swedish? No, that is most likely Lindsay doing a finger flail all over her keyboard. Mashing all the keys that she can get her fingers on. Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I only spent like a year or so with you in just about every single class. Or at least one class every quarter for a year and change. Until you decided to bounce, which I should have followed your lead. You know, hindsight being 2020 and whatnot. Okay, to be totally fair though, I know a few people that get themselves tangled in headphones, and they are definitely not 6 years old. They have many years on them. I'm not referring specifically to me, or even you for that matter, but yeah, I know some people that get tangled up in their own headphones. Oh gosh, there you go with paragraphs. Yeah, I imagine that happens a lot more than you're really willing to admit. Ah, stay on the road. Alright, more driving, less reading. I'm gonna have to figure out how to... Alright, after we finish this delivery, I'm gonna go look at Streamlabs and see if there's a way to put my chat window that you guys see onto my screen so I can see the chat without minimizing the game, because, or not minimizing, but shrinking the game screen play size or whatever technicals. I'm sure there's a way. I may have to try to figure this out later though, depending on how complicated it gets. 24 kids in first grade. They all want... Of course, they're kids. They all want your attention. My son, when he's here, I think... And I love my son to death. He is awesome. He's amazing. And I know that a lot of parents say that about their kids anyways, but I love having my kid. But oh my god, Daddy comes out of his mouth every 15 seconds. And there are times when it's like, dude, you just asked me for something. Why are you asking me for something again? I love my son. I feel like most of parenting is trying not to lose your patience when your kid calls for you over and over and over again. Also telling them no, they can't do this or they can't have that. I feel like that's the other big part of being a parent. And, of course, through it all, just being eternally exhausted. I see. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix my settings. Yeah, we'll have to do that some other time. So I just tried to resume cruise control, and I thought I had it set for one of my other buttons, but apparently that button makes me turn to the right, and that's not what we wanted. Oh wow, are we in Kingman already? That was a really quick drive. That was a lot faster than I thought it would be. I'm not complaining, because that means it's an easy $4,000 that I just pulled. Oh, Jesus. That definitely got me some wait a minute breaks. Let's see, try that. That's what yeah, no, I totally get it. Is something they can, yes, something they can 100% do themselves that you've probably showed them how to do, that they've shown you that they know how to do, but they still need you to help them. Except in my case, it's just my son. In your case, it's a whole mess of kids. But we do it because we love them, or we care about them. Or actually, that's pretty much the same thing. Really? We're gonna take off now as I'm reaching for a drink. That dude really looked like he was gonna hit that blue truck. I thought he was gonna hit him. Alright, our turn is coming up here in just a second. There's our delivery yard. He had a death wish. He certainly did. It's this guy right here. This little white car right there. It's probably not the same one, but whatever. It's just reusing the same model. I'm gonna see if I can do all this in the cab. Probably not. We'll probably have to. I don't know. We might be able to get it straightened out in time if I go slow enough. Let's see if we can do this without changing camera views. Oh, look at that! Beginner's luck. What happens if I hit something? Comes out of your face. Yeah. So essentially, yeah. You can. I don't know if you noticed. You may not have. But along your route, along the various roads in the game, they'll have different areas that you can stop at. Like you can stop and fill up on gas. You can stop and take a rest. There's also repair places along the way. And so what you can do is, if you do take damage, you can stop in there and pay for the damages, and it does come out of your pay. Because I'm running these types of jobs, essentially what these jobs are is like, hey, I just need a driver to take this truck and trailer from A to B, and we'll pay them. We'll cover gas and the fees or whatever you have to pay at the scales, things like that. And so that money doesn't come out of my check, so to speak. Um, but I obviously once I own a truck, we're definitely gonna want to not run into things. But in essence, in short, it comes out of your check or out of your money. Um, yeah, that should answer your question without repeating everything I just said because that's what I do. All right, so we leveled up that time, and I want the flammables because the more of these things you have, the more money you can eventually make. So what my goal right now is I'm going to really focus hard on hazardous cargo and long distance. It's going to open up more options. Like I can carry more cargo types and I can take them longer rides, and that's going to give us more money. And then eventually we'll get into high value cargo because that should also boost the price, but I want to focus on these two predominantly for now. And we have 25K. We have an email. Let's look at this stupid email. We can help you grow. You're a bank. I don't want your help. Thanks for asking. Goodbye. Feel free to draw from the available sum. My credit limit's been raised to 500K. Do they have lot lizards in this game? That would be hilarious. I don't think they do that though. It's all like, so there are no like interpersonal reactions or interactions, and that is meant to be vague and open-ended to encompass all the different things that two human beings can do with each other. Um, it's pretty much you're just driving a truck, hauling cargo back and forth. I am going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break, so feel free to get up and get a drink, or do all the other breaky things. I'm not encouraging destruction of property though. It sounded really bad. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna take about a 10 minute break, 5 to 10 minute break. I'm gonna smoke and probably take a quick peek at Streamlabs. I might just worry about that later. We'll see. All right, back in a minute. Alright, and we're back. Time for some more driving. Alright, ooh, almost 5,000 for Flagstaff to Phoenix. That's not even a long drive. I had a feeling that was you. Just saying. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure which of you two is still here. Whether it is my lovely girlfriend who is trolling me, or if it's one of my old classmates trolling me. I mean, I'm good either way. So we're going to do Flagstaff to Phoenix. I actually drove that once, I think. Anyway. Oh, so yeah, there's hands in this camera view, but if I switch to the other camera view, we don't get hands. We're not cool enough for hands, I guess. So, whatever. Let's get back in. Move the seat. Because some ridiculously short person was in here driving last. I don't know. And start the engine. Alright, we're good for 500 miles. We ain't got to go that far at all. So, that's good. Here we go. It's a good thing there's no other cars parked here. I'd be tagging them all with my bumper. I need to pull it a little bit further. Okay. Let's not hit the bus. That would be bad. And we're just gonna go. As that guy moves. I did not use my turn signal. Shame, shame. Going to hell. I guarantee that not using a turn signal is not the reason I'm going to hell. Let's just be one more charge on the long list. You'll save me a seat. Oh, in hell, yeah. That's greatly appreciated. Because, you know, my luck, I'll get stuck in some crappy seat, like in the back, where it's just, like, sweltering and hot. Next to somebody that's, like, twice my size. His twin brother, who's also gargantuan. No leg room. Weren't we just here? We were. Our last run started here in Flagstaff. Or wherever the hell I am. Oh, we need to get over.
dolly? Oh, a doily. I was about to make a comment about showing me on the doll how you ended up here in hell. You know, only in hell would I be forced to endure doilies and not be able to find a way out of it. That would be my own personal hell. Doilies and no drinks. Even the word doily just sounds dainty. Ugh. Yuck. Look at the God rays. Now you can't see the God rays because I'm not going to look back that way. Whoa! Haha! I was almost riding shotgun for a minute there. Damn it. Stop. Yes, it does shift automatically. I do have the option in like the settings to change it to be a bit more realistic or whatever, but I'm not about to try to figure out a manual transmission. It's just much easier, safer, less stress, etc. I just noticed that my odometer is actually ticking over the miles as I go. That's a nice little touch. The stupid little devil in the details stings. Although I guess it makes sense considering it's tracking like how far I can still drive on this tank, how many gallons are actually in the tank. So I guess that would make sense that they would include that as well as the time and the temperature. Not that I give a shit about what the temperature is outside. Just a nice, easy Tuesday early evening drive, which is ironic because it's early evening Tuesday here too, in the real world. The one I don't really enjoy as much. We'll be pulling into Phoenix here shortly. Probably about 5 minutes. I haven't quite figured out the exact time compression ratio. I think it's something like 120. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, is there an accident up here? What's going on? What do we got going on here? This looks like an accident. We don't want to hang around here. Oh, I can't go yet. Hold on. There's too many people back there. Alright, now we go. Oh, dude got... Ha ha. You got caught by the cops. Ha ha. Oh, why would you come in front of me? Get out of my way. That's right, get back over. Are you drunk? Is that why you got stopped? Go sleep it off, dude. You're in my way. Why am I accelerating faster than you? That's not realistic at all. Oh, I know why you're accelerating slowly. It's because you're scared of that cop behind you. So this is also something I do. I talk shit to the other inanimate bits of data in the game. Oh! I lost a little bit of money on that one. That dude ran into me, though. That's his fault. Shit. And I did it right behind the cop, too. Jackass. That was funny. I actually jumped a little bit when that happened, because I was like, I had no clue what was about to happen. Only a little bit, though. Phoenix discovered. Yay. And there's our destination. And there we go. Another successful delivery. Not much
much on that one for EXP and whatnot, but moving on up. Alright, we're going to do one more drive, and then I'll probably close out the stream. At 9 p.m. Pacific time tonight, I will be doing another Skyrim session. Probably a couple hours. Ooh, this is that's gonna be a bit of a drive, but that'll be fun. Let's do that. That's a lot of money right there, 15K, and we currently have just under 30. But yeah, so tonight at 9 p.m. we'll be doing Skyrim. I don't know if I'll do a daily session tomorrow, but tomorrow evening we're gonna play Ark and see how many times we get eaten by dinosaurs. That one will be with Lost Viking, a fellow streamer. Just looking for my exit here. Alright, we are all set. Let's get after it, huh? Thanks, buddy. Oops. Just pretend that didn't happen. Nobody got hurt anyway, right?
Well, I'm glad you're feeling clean now. And welcome back, by the way. You haven't missed much. That car hit me. The car hit me. I took a fine. It was only like a couple $100. Spooked me a little bit. I was not expecting it. Like, I had no indication he was going to hit me, and honestly, I think it was his fault. I mean, everybody says that, but still. And now we have this nice, let's see, this current delivery is going to be about 15K. It is from, I already forgot where I'm going. That happens a lot. It was that guy. It was definitely that guy. It was definitely his fault. It was not mine. He ran the intersection. I don't know if you caught this earlier, but once we're done with this delivery, which will probably take about a half hour or so, maybe a little bit longer, I'm not sure. But once I'm done with this, I'm going to close down the stream for a while, and then I'll be back again tonight at 9 Pacific. So we can do some Skyrim shenanigans. Stay on the road. Road. This guy's gonna come and... No, that's right. You stay back there. You still gotta get up to the road speed, dude. You know, I ignore them for the most part, unless, of course, I feel like being more immersively interactive. Unless, of course, you know, they come from a side road right into the broad side of my trailer. Then I might say some choice words. But still. But I also kind of I'm just trying to chill, relax, enjoy my playtime. Enjoy the views of the Arizona desert. There's some DLC with this game as well. That like, I think I got some of it free when I got the game. It included like I think New Mexico, or at least part of it. I don't know. But anyway, there's supposed to be like there's an Oregon DLC that I haven't gotten yet that adds up the state of Oregon
for new cargoes and destinations and whatnot. And then I think they're working on adding Washington as well, which I'm very curious to see how they work that out, because I know I-5 pretty well from just south of Olympia up to Seattle. I can't imagine why, but I'm curious to see like how they incorporate I-5 in particular with their compression of distance and whatnot. I'm sure there'll be places to deliver stuff to, in Olympia, probably in Tacoma, obviously in Seattle, and then what other places in Washington they'll be going. Like I would imagine, excuse me, I would imagine Spokane's going to be in there. There's probably some other towns on the other side of the state that they're going to add in. They may even add in a whole bunch of places, because like everything from, I don't know, roughly Olympia up to the freaking national border it's all just different cities just strung together. So I'd be very curious to see how they go. I hope they do, because there's some really beautiful countryside in the state of Washington and in Oregon and even in California in some places. And when I say beautiful, I'm talking about like more greenery than just, this desert scrub brush crap, which also doesn't look bad. I don't know any of the roads down in California and Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, that's the state. Geography, wow. Geography, neither one of them really are my strong suit, to be honest. Yeah, we are evergreen. We are the evergreen state. But yeah, I'm curious to see how they work that out, because I'll actually have a real world reference to how the roads are, what the land looks like more or less. And if I'm gonna drive in the state of Washington in this game, it needs to feel like I'm actually driving in the state of Washington. And as I had mentioned earlier, the company that made this game, they started with European truck simulators, so everything was in Europe. So like the roads and whatever, routes and shit, it's all European. And they came over here and made stuff for the American side of the pond, if you will. So yeah, I'm definitely curious on checking it out. I hope I've got the money. I don't think it was overly expensive. It was just the fact that I don't have a lot of money right now. It was the only reason why I didn't get like Oregon. That, and it's Oregon. Unless you're from the state of Oregon, I don't think too many people care about that state. I could be wrong. But like if you're anywhere else in the country and you think of the West Coast, Oregon is not the first place that comes to mind. You're thinking either California or Washington. And usually if you're thinking Washington, you're thinking Seattle. But again, that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I am often wrong. I will say this though, when you get a route that takes you into California, the trucker speed limit is 55. And yeah, I'm doing less than the speed limit, but still, Jesus, to be stuck at 55. Which also is exactly what they do in California. The truck speed limit's always 55 there. Yeah. I've got a couple of reasons why I don't have a lot of money. And it's not because I spend a lot of money on video games. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've purchased a handful of video games in the last year or so. But it's always been like sniper shots. Like, oh, I've got 20 bucks in my pocket. I can get this $15 game off of Steam. Welcome to New Mexico, the land of enchantment. We are now in New Mexico. Which is weird. This route's got me like dipping into New Mexico, and then we come back out into Arizona to finish the drive. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but although I will say the white sands here does look an awful lot like what I remember of my passing through of New Mexico. There's definitely a lot of white sand type stuff. It's weird. And obscenely bright. Oh shit. That's a turn.
it's actually not too bad for where we stopped at. Alright. So not going to let me go any further east on I-10. That's rude. But there's also there's no content that way, so can't really get too mad at the game devs for telling me I can't go any further on that road. I wonder what would happen if I hit that. One day I'm going to find out. We'll hit that imaginary digital barrier and see what happens. Oh, I don't have to stop at the scales. Okay, good. You've activated my trap card. I'm now stuck in the Netherlands. No, not the Netherlands. The Nether... Oh, Jesus, I can't even put a half-decent thought together today. I'm stuck in the digital nethers. How about that? We'll call it the digital nethers. That's a really stupid place to have a speed limit change. Come on, dude, go! Jesus. The Shadow Realm, yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling of being home all day. I was actually talking to my girlfriend earlier about this. Like, I may not be accomplishing much in the way of, like, securing a firm source of income or anything like that, but, like, I've been occupied. I've been doing stuff. Got stuff that needs to get done. Stuff that I'm getting done. I did the dishes today. I mean, that's probably about as a... No, I take that back. I also went and put money in my bank account because I had some cash on me. So, you know, I have done adulting things, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not anything really to preserve or even find income. But I have done things. I have stayed busy. I have found that staying busy, even if they're, I don't want to say minuscule or meaningless tasks, but like, even if they're not necessarily that important, staying busy will help keep your sanity. Dishes. Big what? Poggy Woggy? I don't even want to know what a big Poggy Woggy is. That just seems weird. But no, I did the dishes today. And I went and put money in my bank account to cover potential withdrawals for bank payment or bill payments and stuff. Sanity. I think sanity is just it's a social construct created by the man to keep the man down or something, much like time. I have no idea. I'm totally spouting random ass bullshit at this point. Is it bad that you knew I was going to say social construct? I mean, we haven't hung out in a while, but, you know, you do kind of know more or less my personality, so it shouldn't have been that much of a stretch. Apparently, I'm also a bit predictable, but whatever. This dude. These turns aren't that hard, dude. the bopping radio. I could do that, but I can actually turn on a radio. Um, but I don't know if I really want to do all that like in stream, just because you'll have the sound effects from the game, you'll have the radio going, and then you'll have my voice, which really doesn't mean much, but it would make things a bit of a challenge to communicate consistently and effectively with my audience. My audience of one awesome person. Um, yeah, no, it. By the way, speaking of which, how is the audio? Like, the game isn't overpowering me. I'm not overpowering the audio more than I should be. I hope, because I thought I thought I got my settings set right. I had to do some tinkering with it the other day, but okay, good. And then when you were watching my videos last night, this morning, whatever, I'm assuming like there wasn't any other audio issues. Like, was I clear, able to be heard over the game? Wasn't overpowering anything? Good. That was what I was shooting for. I was hoping I didn't have too much crazy. So how long did it take your boyfriend to get to affiliate? Was it a long upward climb of a struggle, or was it just something that happened, you know, relatively simple amount of time or something like that? I'll read that in a moment. I gotta pay attention to these curves. That was suggestive. Because I would love to get to affiliate, and I know it's gonna take time because, you know, I have to build up an audience and all that stuff, and I get it. I was just curious, you know, like what kind of timeline it might take, and then add extra, because there's some things I'm not totally comfortable with, I guess. I don't know. That, and I'm a noob. Straight noob.
That was perfect. Like a glove. All right, that's gonna take us up to 45, give or take. Let's go ahead and boost that one. Yeah, we'll do that. And so now we have 45,000. Yay! We're about halfway there. All right, let's see. So once we actually started trying, month or two with friends. Yeah, no, that's fair. Like I only really started actively streaming last week. Yeah, because that was last week was the first full week since the school closed, and that's when I started doing it just for S and G's, and then I've got I got last week and I've got this week, and then I'm gone next week, and then April I'm really have to start hunkering down for some sort of income type thing. But presumably I'll have some free time where I can stream. And plus, like at the end of the day, no matter what my schedule ends up being, between work and school and whatever else, I tend to spend a couple hours a day playing video games as my escape from reality. So streaming that playtime, even if it's just me literally screwing around, why not? So that's the thought process behind it. And if I make affiliate soon, if I make affiliate longer than average or whatever, fine, I guess. It's not like I'm expecting to become some internet streaming superstar anytime soon, or ever for that matter. Uh, but anyway, I'm going to close this down. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. Feel free to message me if you want to talk about anything or whatever. Let's see if you can stream it and do it. Well, yeah, exactly. That's the thought process. Like, if I've got the time to play, then why not stream it? Even if I'm not really trying to accomplish anything, just stream it. And eventually, if you build it, they will come. If you stream it, they will watch. And if they watch, they'll follow. And if they follow, maybe they'll subscribe. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna dip out for a little bit. I'll be back on again at 9 tonight. We're gonna do some Skyrims. Hopefully, we don't get chased around by little wolves and dung beetles or whatever. I don't know. They don't even have dung beetles, but they have those stupid crabs, and I think we may encounter some mud crabs tonight because of what we have planned. So, I'll talk to you later. Be safe out there.